Good morning, everybody. In the previous class, we were studying about electoral politics with its constituencies, that each and every country is divided into sections where we have 543 constituencies. People elected from these areas are known as MPs, Member of Parliament. Even the states are divided into such divisions, constituencies. Here, those who are elected are known as Member of Legislative Assembly or MLAs. So after this, we had also learnt about the reserved constituencies. When the constitution was made, the makers of the constitution thought there should be no wrong should be done to the weaker sections of the societies, so they have reserved some areas in the constitutions where only these people, means the people from SCs and STs, can stand. So we have read that in Lok Sabha we have 84 seats which are reserved for the scheduled castes and 47 for the scheduled tribes. Now we take with the voters list. We have read that people are being elected. Now once the constituencies are decided, the next step is to decide who and how, who cannot vote, who can and who cannot vote. So we know that we use the universal adult franchise, that people about the age 18 years of age have the right to vote, not below than that. And this decision cannot be taken till the last date of elections. So we can say that in a democratic elections, the list of those who are eligible to vote is prepared much before the election are given to everyone. This list is officially called the electoral roll and is commonly known as the voters list. This is an important step for it is linked to the first condition of a democratic elections. Everyone should get an equal opportunity to choose a representatives. We practice the universal adult franchising. So it means that everyone should have one vote, and each vote should have equal value. No person, yeah, no one should be denied, means he should not be said no, be denied the right to vote without a good reason. Different citizens differ from one another in many ways, right? Because one is, they differ in many ways. Some are rich, some are poor, some are highly educated, some are not so educated, or even not educated. At all. Some are kind, others are, you can say, cruel or not so kind. But they deserve to have an equal say in the decision that affects them. So in our country, all the citizens aged 18 years and above can vote in an election. Because every citizen has the right to vote regardless to his caste. So once again, every citizen has the right to vote regardless of his or her caste, religion, or gender. Some criminals and persons who unsound mind can be denied the right to vote, but in a rare situations, because they are also the member of our country, citizen of our country, have their names eligible for votings. They can be above 18 years. A person attaining the voting age are added to voters list. Names of those who are dead, their names are removed of those people who are dead. Every 5 years, a complete revision of the list takes place every 5 years. Whenever the elections are about to come, people become active and they start enrolling those who have grown above the age of 18, and any of them who have been dead, their names are being removed and update is to be done. In last few years, a new system of election photo identity card, known as EPIC, in short, EPIC, election photo identity card, has been introduced. The government has tried to give this card to every person on the voters list. They are required to carry this card when they go for elections. The card is not yet compulsory for voting. Even for voters can show other identity proofs, which are the ration card or the driving license. There is a common code of conduct for election campaigns, which all political parties in India have to follow. Now we learn about how elections, who is nominated as a candidate who can fight for the seats, who can fight for MP or MLAs. Like it says, it happens, there's almost no restrictions to anyone to contest elections. Anyone who is a citizen of India can can fight for his constituencies. So there are no restrictions on anyone to contest an election. So anyone who can be a voter can also become a candidate in elections. Like, what are the, now it says that he can become an election. So a candidate, a candidate should have achieved to become a candidate. We require a minimum age is 25 years. For voting, it is 18 years. Then there are some restrictions on criminals. The person who is being elected or nominated from any political parties nominate their candidate who get the party symbol and support. And this party's nomination is often called party ticket. We say that this person has got the ticket from this party, whichever party he prefers to. So he has to fill some form and deposit some security money. A new system of declaration has been introduced on direction from the Supreme Court, the highest court. Now, what declaration is being given by the Supreme Court, the legal declaration that has to be given to fill the details of when you are going to get an elected, what should be there? Then there should be says that there should be no serious criminal cases pending against the candidates. Details of the assets, means whatever property he has, and liabilities of the candidate and his or her family should be given. And education qualification of the candidate should be given when he goes to fill the form. This information has to be made in public, provides opportunity for the voters to make their decision on the basis of information provided by the candidates. कि should he given the vote and made him win. Other than this, his work is also important. Is he going to work for the people or not?